Hi, good morning children. Myself Savaprasad, ARP Botany, Sri Chaitanya Techno Schools. Today, we let us know the concept nutrition. This concept it covers in AP textbooks and also CBSE textbooks and also Telangana state. So this is very important topic. It covers in all Olympiads like NTSC, AS Rao and IAPT. This topic is also covered in our Medicon program. Medicon is our NEET foundation program. This program is not only useful to the coming 4th 10th class students, it is also useful for the remaining students also. So children, listen carefully. The topic is nutrition and the subtopic is autotrophic nutrition. So before that, food is very essential for all the living organisms. Without food, the animals they cannot survive. So that food is very important for all the living organism. Here in this one, what is nutrition? Nutrition means procurement or intake. Procurement or intake of nutrients is called nutrition. Intake of nutrients are differ from unicellular organism like amoeba to multicellular organism like human beings. Then what are nutrients? Nutrients are chemical substances. Nutrients are chemical substances. These nutrients are categorized into mainly macronutrients. Another one is micronutrients. Macronutrients means they require in large quantity. Micronutrients they require in less quantity. What are macronutrients? Yes, everyone know that carbohydrates, proteins, fats. These three are comes under as macronutrients, and the micronutrients are vitamins and minerals. These two are considered as micronutrients. Types of nutrition. Here already we know that intake of nutrients is called nutrition. What are the two? Majorly there are two types of nutritions are there. One is autotrophic nutrition, another one is heterotrophic nutrition. Auto means self, troph means procurement, means they prepare their own food by their own, and heterotrophs they cannot prepare their own food. For food they depend on others. In the first case, autotrophic nutrition. Plants are autotrophs. They absorb water and minerals from the soil and gases from the atmosphere. Plants prepare their own food. By which process? Everyone know that. In earlier classes we know very well that process. What is the process? Yes, that process is photosynthesis. Which process? Photosynthesis. This is the photosynthesis. Photo means light. Photo means light. That means light. Synthesis means prepare. In the photosynthesis is a photochemical reaction. Photochemical reaction during which carbohydrates are synthesized from simple inorganic molecules like carbon dioxide and water in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight. These are the very important factors. Here in this process of photosynthesis, light energy, that means solar energy, converts into chemical energy, means carbohydrates like glucose. In the plants, at first the plants they prepare glucose in the process of photosynthesis. Finally it stores in the form of starch. Finally it stores in the form of starch. Now the equation for photosynthesis. In this equation 6CO2 plus 12H2O will give rise to sunlight by chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the color pigment, and C6H12O6 means it is a glucose, and 6H2O plus 6O2. Oxygen is released into the atmosphere. At first plants prepares glucose and finally it stores in the form of starch. Here starch test, it is one of the fundamental tests to understand the remaining all experiments also. For example, in this starch test, what are the apparatus we need? First of all, glass beaker, test tube and water, methylated spirit, tripod stand, asbestos gauze and Bunsen burner, and also watch glass. These are the iodine is the chemical we need to do this experiment. Firstly, take the leaf from the plant, dip the leaf in the boiled water. After that, take the leaf from the boiled water and keep the leaf in a methylated spirit, and enter this methylated spirit with water, kept in water, that means in the water bath, in the water bath. For example, if you directly boil the leaf and a methylated spirit, they may catch the fire. The methylated spirit, they may catch the fire. To avoid such a condition, the leaf is boiled on a water bath, in a water bath. Then after some time, take the leaf with the help of a brush. Here one precaution is very important. We don't keep our fingers to take out the leaf. Why? Because if you take the leaf with the help of our hands, they may damage our epithelial tissues. So to avoid such a condition, then with the help of a brush, take the leaf and spread it on a petri dish. Spread it on a petri dish. After that, apply the iodine on the leaf. Whenever we apply the iodine on the leaf, what we will identify? Then we identify that the leaf turns into deep blue color. The leaf turns into deep blue color like this. Whenever the leaf turns into deep blue color, this is the reaction, this is the test for starch. When the leaf turns into deep blue color, it indicates the presence of starch. Okay, this is the starch test. Factors for the process of photosynthesis. Here water, carbon dioxide, sunlight and chlorophyll. These are the four are very important factors. If any one of the factor is absent, there is no process of photosynthesis. Here in this one, first of all water. Water is one of the important factor. It absorbs from the soil, and the water absorbs from the soil. The plants, they absorb the water from the soil and also minerals like that phosphorus, potassium, iron and magnesium. And also that nitrogen is one of the important factor. This nitrogen is used for the synthesis of proteins. The plants, they absorb nitrogen. Plants, they absorb nitrogen in the form of inorganic nitrates or nitrites, or in the form of organic form. Here the next factor is carbon dioxide. Next factor is carbon dioxide. So to observe this, carbon dioxide is one of the important factor. Carbon dioxide is essential for the process of photosynthesis. How can you present? How can you know the importance of carbon dioxide? Well, let us see this factor by simple experiment. Now the carbon dioxide is essential for the process of photosynthesis. We prove this experiment with the help of a simple equipment. Here experimental equipments are, that means apparatus: one potted plant and wide mouthed glass bottle and split cork, iodine. So this is the diagram is given in the AP and Telangana textbooks. This kind of diagram is given in CBSE textbooks, but the diagram is different, but entire the procedure, everything is same. So here in this one, before conduct the experiment, keep the plant in dark place for 2 to 3 days. Whenever we keep the plant in the dark place, the plant is free from starch. The plant is free from starch. That means whatever the starch is prepared in the plant, that starch is utilized by the plant. Then on the day of experiment, take the plant out and take a wide mouthed glass bottle and pour some potassium hydroxide and insert the split cork. Through the split cork, insert the leaf. Half of the leaf put inside the bottle and half of the leaf put outside the bottle, and kept this apparatus under sunlight. In the same manner, here also same. For this experiment, diagrammatic presentation is present in CBSE textbooks. Here also same. Take the plant, keep the plant in dark place. On the day of experiment, take out the plant and take some potassium hydroxide in a watch glass and cover with a bell jar, and take 2 plants here. So in this plant there is no potassium hydroxide solution, and after 2 to 3 hours, then detach the leaf from the plant and remove the leaf. Detach the leaf from the plant and remove the leaf from the glass bottle. After that, then whatever the iodine, that means whatever the test is conducted for the presence of starch, in the same manner boil the leaf in a methylated spirit. After, then apply the iodine. The part of the leaf which was exposed to the sunlight, it turns into deep blue color. The part of the leaf which was exposed to the sunlight, that turns into deep blue color. That means bluish black appearance. That turns into a bluish black appearance. The part of the leaf which was not, which is present inside the bottle, that doesn't changes their color. Doesn't changes their color. That is a pale color. That is a pale color. Why? Because here in this bottle all the factors are present except carbon dioxide. Why? KOH, potassium hydroxide solution, it absorbs CO2. It absorbs CO2. Here in this bottle the remaining 3 factors are present except carbon dioxide. Due to the absence of this carbon dioxide, glucose is not prepared, then it is not converts into a starch. But the plant leaf which is present outside the bottle, it changes their color due to the presence of starch. In the same manner, after 2 to 3 hours, they pluck the leaves from these 2 plants. For example, it is a plant A and this is the plant B. Pluck the leaf from the 2 plants like A and B, then boil the leaf in a methylated spirit. After that, for a iodine test, then in this leaf it doesn't changes their color, but these leaves they change their color because here there is no KOH. So carbon dioxide is present. Here KOH is present. It absorbs the carbon dioxide. By conducting this experiment, we can prove that carbon dioxide is essential for the process of photosynthesis. Okay, now students, already we discussed the factors like carbon dioxide, and the next factor is light. Light is also one of the important factor. Light is essential for the process of photosynthesis. To do these experiments, apparatus we need one potted plant and one black paper, clips and the reagent iodine. Here, before going to conduct the experiment, keep the plant in dark place. What will happen? When we keep the plant in dark place, the plant is free from starch. On the day of experiment, take the plant out and put in a sunlight and arrange the black paper to some portion of the leaf, and in the paper cut the design in any one of the design, and here in this one, after 2 to 3 hours, then detach the leaf from the plant and remove the black paper, then after that boil the leaf in a methylated spirit, then apply the iodine on the leaf. The leaf part which was exposed to the sunlight, it turns into deep blue color. That means the part of the leaf here in this one, it turns into deep blue color, and here in this region also turns into deep blue color. But the remaining portion of the leaf, it doesn't changes their color. Why? Because here the light is available in these portions, in which areas of the leaf it turns into deep blue color or bluish black in color, light is available. The remaining part of the leaf, in these regions it was covered by the black paper. That's why light is essential for the process of photosynthesis. By doing this experiment, we can prove that light is also one of the important factor. Next, here another one more factor is chlorophyll. By conducting this simple experiment, chlorophyll is also one of the important factor. Well, let us see. Now another factor, that is chlorophyll. How can you prove that chlorophyll is important for the process of photosynthesis? By a variegated leaf experiment. This experiment is given in CBSE textbooks, but not in TS and Telangana state textbooks. Here in this one, variegated leaf, we'll take the variegated leaf means chlorophyllous region and non-chlorophyllous region. The leaf with chlorophyllous and non-chlorophyllous region. For example, take a croton leaf. Then, before going to conduct the experiment, the plant is kept in a dark place. Whenever we keep the plant in a dark place, the plant is free from starch. On the day of experiment, keep the plant in sunlight. After 2 to 3 hours, pluck the leaf from the plant and boil the leaf in a methylated spirit. After that, apply the iodine. Whenever we apply the iodine on the leaf, the part of the leaf which is having green portion, it will changes into bluish black appearance. The part of the leaf which was not having green colors, it doesn't changes their color. By conducting this experiment, we can prove that chlorophyll is also one of the important factor. But who found the chlorophylls? The chlorophyll was first observed by the Pelletier and Cavendish. Pelletier and Cavendish. So both of these two scientists observed this chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a green color pigment. What is a pigment? Pigment is a molecule which traps the solar energy. Next, another one more question. Where is chlorophyll? In which areas the chlorophyll is present in the plants? That is my question. The next, here in this one, the chlorophyll is present particularly in a cell organelle like chloroplast. Chlorophyll is a pigment, chloroplast is a cell organelle. It is a semi-autonomous cell organelle which is exclusively present in plant cells but not in animal cells. Here Julius von Sachs, he said that the chlorophyll is found in a special cell organelle like chloroplast. Here in this one, where is chloroplast is present? The chloroplast is present in the leaves. Whenever we will take the section of a leaf, TS means transverse section of a leaf. Whenever we take the section of a leaf, this is upper epidermis and this is lower epidermis. The space between the upper epidermis and the lower epidermis is mesophyll. The mesophyll, it consists of palisade parenchyma. In this palisade parenchyma, the cells are closely packed, and spongy parenchyma. In this, the cells are loosely packed. Here more number of chloroplasts are present in palisade parenchyma whenever you compare in spongy parenchyma. In spongy parenchyma, the chloroplast number is less, and along with this palisade and spongy parenchyma, chloroplast is also present in stomatus of the god cells, but not in the upper epidermis and the lower epidermis. So these upper and lower epidermis are covered by a thick cuticle. It controls the rate of transpiration. Here in the center region, that means in the midrib regions, there is a vascular bundle is there. It consists of xylem and phloem. Xylem, it transports water and minerals to the plants. Phloem, it conducts the food materials. Sometimes maybe in the examinations, this is a 4-mark question, directly draw the diagram of TS of leaf, or else the diagram is given, and in the CBSE part, in which cells have the more number of chloroplast is present? A, either it is in the palisade parenchyma or in the spongy parenchyma. Yes, answer is palisade parenchyma. And diagram based question, xylem is identified, phloem is identified. Identify the part A, identify the part B and their functions. So this kind of questions they may come across in the examinations. And here in this one, massive amount of gas exchange takes place through these stomatas. Whenever the cells are turgid, then these two god cells flanking each other, then the stomatas are open. By the way, gas exchange takes place. And when the two god cells are flaccid, the stomatal pore is closed. There is no chance to gases exchange. So here stomatas are also useful for gases exchange and also for transpiration. Through this stomatal pore, transpiration also takes place. Like this, the stomatas are present in the chloroplast are present in the god cells of stomatas. Okay. So here in this one, in the upper epidermis and the lower epidermis, this is the TS of leaf. Next, the structure of chloroplast. Chlorophyll is present in chloroplast. Now we let us see the structure of chloroplast. Now the structure of chloroplast. Chloroplast is a membrane bound structure. The cell organelle is exclusively present in plant cells but not in animal cells. This is a membrane bound. These are the membranes, and the colorless substance inside the structure, it is called stroma. And in this there is a stacker like structures are there. These stacker like structures are thylakoids. This is one thylakoid like this. The stacked structures, that means entire the stacks of thylakoids is called grana. Each and every one it is a thylakoid. And this is starch grain. Already we know that glucose is finally stored in the form of starch, and these are lipid globules. They have their own DNA. They have their own DNA. That's why these are semi-autonomous cell organelle. Here in this, light reactions occurs in grana of the chloroplast, dark reactions occurs in stroma of the chloroplast. Light reactions occurs in grana, dark reaction occurs in stroma. Chlorophyll and other accessory color pigments like that xanthophyll and another pigments, these are all present in the grana. Chlorophyll are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. Chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. Chlorophyll A is blue green in color. Chlorophyll A is blue green and chlorophyll B is yellow green in color. So all the pigments together form as a light harvesting complexes. All the pigments are together form as light harvesting complexes. These pigments, they traps the solar energy and it supplies the energy to the reaction centers, primary electron acceptors. This is the structure of a chloroplast. This is the structure of chloroplast. Then we let us see the mechanism of photosynthesis. This diagram is covered only in AP and Telangana state textbooks. Okay. Now we let us see this mechanism of photosynthesis. In the mechanism of photosynthesis, here in this photosynthesis process, first of all, light energy converts into chemical energy and then splitting of water molecule and the reduction of carbon dioxide. In this mechanism, there are two steps are there. One is light reaction, another one is light independent reaction. Light dependent reaction is also called as photochemical reaction. This occurs in the grana of the chloroplast. Light reaction occurs in grana of the chloroplast. Here in this, there are three steps are there. At first, in the step 1, chlorophyll, already we know that chlorophyll is a pigment. Chlorophyll is activated by absorbing photons. The light rays consist of a tiny particles called photons. The energy carried by the photons are quantum. Here in this, the photons are useful to activate the chlorophyll. After that, in the next step, splitting of water molecule. By using this energy, water molecule it splits into H plus and OH minus ions. H plus is protons, OH minus ion or hydroxyl ions. This reaction is also called as photolysis. Photo means light, lysis means breakdown. By using the energy, water breaks into H plus and OH minus ions. This reaction is also called as Hill's reaction. In sometimes an off mark question, write Hill's reaction. Means H2O will give rise to H plus plus OH minus ion. And in the next step, in the third step, highly reactive H plus protons and hydroxyl OH minus ions of the water undergo quick changes. Quick changes means several OH minus ions together form as H2O and oxygen. H2O and oxygen. H2O it is utilized by their inside the plant and oxygen is released into the atmosphere. At the end of the light reaction, oxygen, ATP and NADPH are the released. Oxygen is released into the atmosphere and ATP means adenosine triphosphate. This is phosphorylation and this phosphorylation is photophosphorylation. And next one is NADPH. NADPH means nicotinamide, adenosine, dinucleotide, hydrogen phosphate. This is reduced form. At the end of the light reaction, oxygen is released and then ATP and NADPH are left out. This ATP and NADPH acts as a assimilatory powers. These two are acts as assimilatory powers. And the next, another reaction is light independent reaction. Light independent reaction. This reaction is also called as biosynthetic reaction. It occurs both in presence and absence of light. But here light reaction occurs only in the presence of light. but this reaction occurs both in the absence and also in the presence of light, but it depends on the products of light reaction. Here in this first reaction there is no involvement of CO2, there is no production of glucose, but here in this light independent reaction or biosynthetic reaction, this is also a carbon fixation. In this reaction, carbon dioxide, the atmospheric carbon dioxide, it reacts with the RuBP, ribulose 1,5 bisphosphate. This is a 5 carbon compound, this is 1 carbon. Here in this carbon dioxide is react with the RuBP. In this reaction the NADPH, the hydrogen of NADPH is react with the carbon dioxide and it gives glucose. So the hydrogen of NADPH is react with carbon dioxide by utilizing the energy ATP and it synthesizes the glucose. Finally the plants, they stores the glucose in the form of starch. This is the mechanism of photosynthesis, both of these light reaction and dark reaction. So this is one of the important question in SSC board examinations. Now in the next class we let us see the heterotrophic nutrition in organisms.